You're listening to a Cool Truth podcast production.
All right, what's up? What's up? What's up? Cool Truth, baby. We are back. Cool Truth podcast productions. With me, the Wild Thing, Whitehouse, baby. What's up?
What's up? It sticks. It sticks.
Oh, he loves his new name. You can tell by his reaction. He loves his new name. And of course, with us also, the executive producer, the Hollywood writer himself, the one and only, Bleeding for Truth's own, Hollywood Jeff Edwards. What is up, my brother?
What's up? It's great to be here again with you fellas. Wild Thing, AC. We are ready to talk some Dynamite from this week.
So this is how I'm going to open the show here. The AEW Dynamite ratings for Grand Slam this week dropped. Right?
Yep.
Did I hear that correctly?
You heard that correctly.
Did I read that correctly?
Yep.
Okay, so they dropped. Like, as in going down.
Yep.
Okay. So, in the next 60 to 90 minutes, we are going to tell you why they went down.
Great intro.
I mean, where else do we go from here? I mean, we're going to tell you why they went down because there's a lot of reasons for it. And I think stuff that happened before, I think that stuff that's happening now, and I think what you're looking at for the future all plays into this, no?
Oh, yeah. 100%.
100, yeah.
All right, so we're going to go through Grand Slam. This is the second year of Grand Slam. I was at Grand Slam last year. The one thing I'll say is the one caveat I'll give this show is they did have a hot crowd. I know the crowd wasn't as big as last year and all that. I get that. But it was hot. It was into the show. I'll give them that.
Yeah, they were into it. Yep.
But I'll say this.
Small, though. Small.
I don't know how to gauge it watching it on TV this year and being there last year, because last year when I was there, this is the honest to God's truth. It was one of the loudest buildings I've ever sat in my life. Like remember when Gorilla Monsoon used to say it's deafening?
Yeah.
It was deafening in that building last year. And you had, in my opinion, the greatest match in AEW history between Danielson and Omega that ended in a tie. We know the whole thing. They had a lot to live up to. We get all that. But this is supposed to be a big deal, right?
Yep.
And your rating drops?
What, 40%? Close to it?
Yeah, it dropped. I mean, here's the funny part about it is, and Edwards can attest to this, him, Stames, and I were talking about the Raw rating earlier in the week. And the Raw rating was not good. You had 2 Monday Night Football games, the whole thing. I don't think.
Oh, they got crushed.
I watched Raw. I don't think it was horrible. I don't think it was great. I don't hate that I watched it, but I'm not saying that I'm like doing cartwheels over it either. Okay,
right. Yep.
That's fine. But I'm just being fair.
It's fair, yeah.
But when you saw the demo rating, it was like, what, 580,000 in the demo, something like that?
Yeah.
I actually said to those guys, I was like, and my thought process was, this is Grand Slam, New York City, big deal. Watch, AEW will beat that, and Khan will brag about it, wholeheartedly. And then come to find out, they missed it by like 100,000 fucking viewers.
Yeah.
That's bad, dude.
And that Raw went up against 2 Monday Night Football games.
Yeah.
2!
And the only, I mean, what did this go up against?
Nothing.
Nothing. I mean,
Wednesday night, I mean,
if you want to use like the Aaron's Judge home run chase, I don't think you could. That's even possible.
That's regional.
It was regional.
Right,
ESPN did cut-ins, but I don't think anybody was like,
right.
Oh, I can't watch AEW. I got to watch ESPN to cut in on the Aaron Judge home run. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's bad.
It's really
and
bad.
what that tells me,
puts it in perspective.
You know what that tells me? Is Whitehouse is the Wild Thing over here is on point with the Wild Thing.
Yep. Yep.
It's your biggest title. If you go to these situations, don't you go to the biggest title at? I want to ask you guys this before we get in segment to segment. What made sense about this whole show? Any of it that from? No, I'm just trying to be honest. From the match placement to the booking of it to, I don't give me something positive before we get into this. Whitehouse.
We'll get to it in the segments, but for me, there was like one. It was a surprise. It should have been a surprise because it was the internet. Social media was talking about the possibility of her showing up. I mean, that was pretty cool.
Paige, Soraya. Yeah.
Soraya.
Do you think? Let me ask you a question. She is. She's gorgeous, and I like her.
Yeah.
Do you think that got the pop you expected?
Dude, that was a lot of pop for her, man.
Yeah.
That got pretty loud. But that's how bad the show for me was, where that was pretty cool, and the rest was shit for me. Sorry. We'll get into it, but that was the coolest moment.
All right, before we go,
the rest sucked.
Hollywood, do you got anything like just something? Maybe she surprised you. I don't know.
I struggled with this show.
Okay.
Big
Dude.
time.
This is the answer.
That's the answer. Yep.
All right, Whitehouse. Let's go segment to segment. Let's talk about it.
And this is where, right off the gate, man. This is where this was the sign for me.
I'm gonna lose my mind, dude.
This was the sign for me of what the fuck, you got Ring of Honor championship match, Claudio versus the Wizard, Chris Jericho.
Yep.
So, all right, can I say something about this real quick?
Go ahead.
I understand that he does separate pay-per-views and and they're spread out, and he's trying to keep, as Aaron Judge just got another outfield assist, by the way. Shout out Stames. One-dimensional. Real one-dimensional. Anyway.
Get him. Get him. I'm with you in this.
Wait, whoa.
I can't help him.
Whoa, slow your roll for a second. Repeat that. What did Stames say?
He called Judge one-dimensional as he just gunned down another runner trying to get the second.
What the fuck are you watching, dude?
Oh, dude. I know he's doing it to break my balls, but still.
James, hang on here. No wonder why you don't want to be in the same thread with me, because if I hear stupid shit like that, I'm going to call you out on it.
Get him. Get him, Whitehouse.
What the fuck baseball team do you watch, bro? Get the fuck out of here.
Whitehouse, he's all about that center fielder.
Dude,
that also pitches.
Carry him off the wall, strike to IKF, and throws out the runner.
What?
Another outfield assist for Aaron Judge. Okay, anyway.
Oh my god.
The guy's just playing baseball. That's all he's doing. All right, let's move. Let's get back
to Jericho.
Yeah. Oh Jesus.
Here, could we not get like Aubrey in a Ring of Honor ref outfit? Do we need 4 commentators? Could it not just be Ian Riccoboni and Excalibur?
How good was it to hear him too? As soon as he opened his mouth, I'm like,
but you got Tony.
He got lost, man.
You got 4 guys.
Yeah, of course.
He actually asserted himself early.
Yeah.
And then got killed. And then the other one, okay. So we got Kerry Silk in there. All right, thank you. Finally. Where the fuck was he on the ROH pay-per-view? Not there. He wasn't there. He didn't give Claudio the title. That's been how many times have we seen the ROH title change hands and Kerry Silken takes the title?
Oh, hundreds.
And crowns the new champion. They didn't do it at the pay-per-view, and they have him there. And not only do they have him there, Jericho attacks him on the outside. First off, it looks like he tells him to fuck off.
Mm-hmm.
And then he punches him in the face, quote unquote. And the minute the camera goes away, not fast enough, Kerry Silkin stands up and walks back to the table.
Mm-hmm.
No sells the whole thing.
Yep.
And Ian Riccoboni's like, oh, that's an 80-year-old guy. No, I don't know if he's 80. That's an old guy with a neck injury and neck surgery. Give Ian Riccoboni credit for trying to involve himself in the match, number one, and trying to sell with what went on there.
Yep.
And here's the other thing. If you want Tony, you're a retard. If I don't care. Kick me off the air for saying retard. I don't care. If you want Chris Jericho to be a heel, you cannot have sing along with Chris Jericho. It's great. I get it. The whole stadium. Oh, it is in my mind. He's not a baby face. He's a heel.
And he's laughing and smiling the whole time.
And here, I'm going to say one more thing and you guys take over. I blame Jericho for this too. This is fucking Chris Jericho when he stands up there on WrestleMania weekend, whenever it happens, and he gets inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. They're going to say he was Ring of Honor champion. And I'm going to tell you this right now. He was never Ring of Honor champion. He will never be Ring of Honor champion. He won a belt with the letters that say ROH on it on a wrestling promotion called All Elite Wrestling. He did not ever win the Ring of Honor title. That's all I have to say about it. Whitehouse, take over.
You know, last week when I made the comment of this reminds me of what Vince did to ECW.
You stole my thunder. That's exactly the first thing I was going to say. Go ahead.
ECW champions in the 2.0.
Yep.
Big Show.
Yep.
Matt Hardy.
Feels the same way to me.
Guys who never were into promotion.
That is what that felt like last night.
Yep.
To a promotion that's near and dear to my heart, to a promotion that I love, to the promotion that was always my favorite.
And dude, I love hearing Bobby Cruz. I love hearing Bobby Cruz announce too.
Yep.
But do it right.
Until that motherfucker Tony Khan pulled the biggest con job. Dude, Chris Jericho, as great as Chris Jericho is, and fellas, we had Mount Rushmore comments. What did I always say? You gotta put Jericho has put himself in the argument. He may not be there, but to me, he's in that argument. So that's how high I think of Chris Jericho.
No, you hold him high. We get it.
He has no fucking business holding this title. Mm-hmm. Does nothing to him. It does nothing for the title but tarnish it. Tarnish it. This doesn't mean anything. He doesn't need it. What? So he can say he's an 8-time world champion now?
Yes. Yep.
What the fuck,
it doesn't count though. It's not the same.
It's not the same. And what Tony Khan did last night for me is spit on that title and the prestige. Because let me tell you something, Tony Khan and Uno, whoever fucking listening to this. If you look at the prestige of the Ring of Honor World Championship, was a hell of a lot more important than what the AEW World Championship means. So let's not even compare the two. And what you did last night was you pissed on it. You pissed on it. Just because you could play with your new toys. That's the only reason why you did this. And fuck him for doing it. That's my fuck. That pisses me off, man.
Well said. Well said, coming from a hardcore ROH fan. I saw this, and my first initial thought was he just killed ROH officially. It's dead. You went from struggling ROH, and we all complained about it, how bad the production was, and you can't watch the shows because they tape 8 shows in a row on the same night after a pay-per-view, and it's all fucked up. The whole situation was screwed up. But you went from that period where Jonathan Gresham worked his ass off.
Yep.
Worked his ass off to try and keep that title not only relevant but prestigious.
Taven also.
Oh, sure, all those guys.
Yep.
And then you went and you took it and you did what you did. You put it on Claudio. I have no problem with that. Okay. that he was the number one choice, I think, in this situation of a new era ROH.
At least it
100%.
At least it reached back into the past. He's a world champion.
Yep.
Okay.
There was a story there.
Exactly. And when I saw him and the 3 count hit and he just didn't move, I couldn't believe what I saw.
Not only that, he was one of the most over guys in the whole fucking that came out last night. Dude, Claudio should be wrestling for the AEW championship. Not the fucking ROH championship.
Well,
they love Claudio.
This is where I'm going, dude. This is where I'm going, and this is going to get worse. Now that we have Moxley as champion, I know I'm skipping ahead a little bit. Moxley's champion, a fucking again. So we have to deal with that a fucking again. Until MJF.
He loves him, doesn't he?
Until MJF beats him.
Wow, man.
And then when MJF beats him, he needs opponents like Claudio to beat.
I know where you're going with this. He's gonna serve him up to Claudio. He's gonna book MJF like they book Reigns.
That's where I think this is going. And I know I'm fast forwarding a little bit with MJF. We gotta get to this conversation once we get there, but I'm just gonna throw it out here.
No, I think you're onto something.
There's a major fucking problem with MJF. A major problem. Okay. And I'm trying to compare this all day long in preparation for the show in my head to try and make sense of how to say this. Yeah. Maybe you guys can help me through it, but it's almost like
dude, I was watching this last night. Go ahead. And I can't put my finger on it either. What exactly the issue is, but there's something there. It's just something.
They're gonna have to. It's almost okay. You think back to Stone Cold. He didn't really change when the first time he said, Austin, you talk about your John 3:16, Jake the Snake. Austin 3:16 says, I just whooped your ass. He's a heel. He never changed that. What changed was the crowd reaction to him, and then you have to follow suit with the booking.
Right.
But that was done organically with that.
But he also had Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels.
Right.
And I think with Omega not being there, and maybe even Punk not being there, I don't know. Do you buy this? And let's say this: Cody not being there. Mm-hmm. All MJF's natural feuds are not there, so now we're gonna fabricate a Moxley feud, and it's a fabrication. I think.
Well, before you even get there, you have, and here again, like I said to you guys in text, this was annoying after annoying after annoying with this show. It started with Jericho, and this is, I know we're skipping ahead with MJF, but.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, you have him, he's a heel, he's still a dick. You have a guy that they're pushing, that they have pushed in Wheeler Yuta, and you cut his fucking balls off by having him in a toe-to-toe microphone battle with the best damn talker who's supposed to be a heel, who's getting cheered. You just cut his balls off. You killed Wheeler Yuta. I'm not a big Wheeler Yuta guy. I'm not a fan. I don't see it. But whatever Tony sees, he just sniped the balls right off him. And here's the kicker of it. He pushes Tony Schiavone, which you can't get more heel than that, and he's getting cheered. So what are you going to do? You're going to roll him out in a match against Wheeler Yuta? What the fuck do you think's going to happen? They're going to have to change the booking of MJF, regardless of whether he's a dick or whether the crowd's cheering for him. He needs to stop playing to the crowd, by the way, because he says this, like Wheeler Yuta said, you're the king of low-hanging fruit. That's 100% I agree with them. His promos are starting to suck because he's so inside.
Oh, my God.
Dude, he's so inside, and he says, what? Judge.
Oh, he hit it to the wall. Sorry.
He's so inside, and he says this bullshit just to pop the hardcore fans. And that's all you get from him. I'm sorry, that's all you get from him. So if you know he's going to go act out that way and he's going to get cheered, then you need to fucking book him against heels then. That's all I got. I don't fucking know what's going on.
Yeah, dude. We'll get there.
All right.
Yeah, I'm with you on it, bro.
So before we go and eviscerate,
Yeah, no, do your thing.
Eviscerate that promo. The tag team match, the world titles were tag team titles were up next. Swerve, Lee against Scissor Me Daddy, the Acclaimed.
Wait, did we really finish?
Dude, I can't, man. I can't.
Oh, wait. We missed something. Post-match. Jericho.
Yes.
Oh, the post-match, which I found very interesting. So, Jericho goes up, he's up top of the entranceway there with
2.0.
With
Sammy's out there.
with Sammy and the whole society.
Ty Mello.
And Sammy was out there. And with all the cryptic stuff he's doing and he's got going on, you're only led to.
And then you had the weird reaction from Garcia.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it was just weird. It was just the whole thing was weird.
No presentation of Kerry Silken.
They
just unceremoniously shat on the Ring of Honor title. Yeah.
Dude, they just shit on it, dude. They shit.
So Garcia's what now? That's
sure.
I don't get it.
So he's buddies with Jericho then. That's it. It's done, right?
I don't get it. I don't
get it either.
I mean, he was kind of in between last night, but I think the better thing to do would not have him come out at all.
That's what I would have.
And then Jericho be like, "Why didn't you come out?" You know what I mean?
Yep.
The fact that he came out, dude, this is just typical.
It was weird. The whole thing was just weird. The cryptic that Sammy Guevara is doing, which I have a bold prediction once we get down that road. May not be too bold, but with him, with all this cryptic stuff with him, and having him out there, which I get, he's friends with him, but with all the drama he's got going on. And now we're trying to fill in the blanks with his social media shit, which leads you to believe Friday night's match, it's supposed to be his last one? And who's it against?
Well, here's the problem with all this. There's no statements or nothing from AEW. It's
none. It's all him.
This is Sammy on the internet. I hate the fact that the WWE takes over their talents, and maybe this will change, social media accounts and all this stuff. But then when you see this, you get it. You understand why.
Yep.
Because what the fuck is going on now?
I don't get it. I don't understand
Dude,
it.
if you're Tony Khan, how do you let Sammy Guevara get away with that? And here's the thing. I don't think they're creative enough to make this work either.
I don't even know what it is.
I don't even.
How can we even comment? I don't even know what he's doing.
Let me ask you guys this: Do you think are people going to follow Sammy where he goes?
I think if he goes where I think he's going to go, I think he'll get some eyes over there.
Meaning, if he goes to like New Japan?
Nope.
NXT.
No. Yep.
Well, yeah.
That's what I was thinking too.
Yep. I think my big thing is,
could that be what Cotter was talking about with them reaching out to his talent?
They're going to. I think Hunter, how he had NXT wrapped around, built around Gargano and Ciampa, and then Adam Cole.
Yeah.
I think now Sammy Guevara is the next one. So
here's what I'll say though. Here's what I'll say about that. And I'm not saying this to knock Sammy because I think we've seen a lot of potential there.
Yep.
Like a lot.
Yep.
One of the pillars. And that would be a big I would consider that a big get for NXT.
Yeah, 100%. I would agree.
Yep.
But they better slap his ass back to reality too. Because he's been in another fucking world since January.
100%. It's run by Sean. So you know that it's going to be snapped into reality.
I hope so.
You know, and you know,
I think he has.
know,
I think he has a future. I think he has a lot of ability.
I do too.
And here's the other thing: I would tell him, we're never hiring your fucking girlfriend either. You know what I mean? Like, get the thought out of your head.
Well, wife.
You're not pulling this fucking shit you've been pulling the last.
Well,
6
no,
months.
I have a theory on that too. I think he was doing all that to be that annoying because he knew Khan didn't like it to get out.
I don't know. I think you're reading a little too much into that, but whatever. I mean, you could be right. I just think he's immature, but that's just my opinion.
Oh yeah, but to do what he's doing it's immature. But I think he wants out.
Yeah,
I think this whole show is immature.
What's that?
This whole show is immature. I can't figure it out.
You have a bunch of pussy ass wrestlers who think their shit don't stink. Let's move on because there's so much to get into.
All right, to the tag match.
Yeah, but this tag match, I mean, a little late. I mean, was it a bad match, guys? It wasn't. I could have dealt without the drama out the outside and Badass had to make his presence known and all that. You knew it was coming, but I don't mind the result. Okay, I'm glad they're giving at least somebody homegrown in their organization a shot.
Did you think it was underwhelming for what it could have been?
100%, because it's a little too late. I thought this should have happened at All Out.
I know, I mean, but I don't think they knew.
No,
I'll cut them slack on that because I don't think they knew they were going to get the crowd.
But that match was a better match. But they came out.
You know what? Honestly, I think, and I'm not saying this to knock him because I think they should do more with him, and I think they should. Now that he doesn't have a championship, tag team championship around his belt, they should elevate him. I'm talking about Swerve.
100%.
Swerve just looked annoyed by this whole thing.
Yep.
Did you guys get that vibe?
100%.
I don't think Lee was in it either. I don't think
from the second Swerve walked out of the babyface hole with Fabulous, the greatest rapper in New York, because he came out on Khan's show. I mean, Khan, stop with these like, if you're gonna bring a fucking rapper out, could you bring out Jay-Z? Come on, you're gonna call him the greatest rapper in the fucking New York. You got fucking Fabulous. Not to knock Fabulous, but he's not Jay-Z. Anyway,
he ain't getting Jay-Z.
I know he's not, but that's the point.
No.
Why do it? But bro, why do it? Why do it, dude? Why do it? What did it add to the show?
Nothing.
Did he rap? Did he rap their intro song? Did he do any of that? No. He walked out. I didn't listen, and I know Fabulous's music. I was like, who the fuck is that? Does he? You know what my first thought was? Because I haven't watched the Knicks, I'm like,
I
was like, does he play for the Knicks?
I thought he played. I said that. I said he must be a Knicks player because they're in Knicks colors.
Dude, that's what I thought. They were wearing Knicks colors.
Yep.
I was like, oh, he brought him out with a Knicks player? Really? Okay. I'm like, all right. I'm like, that, maybe he could have thought Brooklyn, but okay, he brought out a Knicks player. And then it's like, oh, greatest rapper of all time, Fabulous. I'm like, oh, yeah, okay, whatever.
Right.
Anyway, Swerve the minute he walked out and the crowd booed, the look on his face was like, fuck these people, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I'm fucking Swerve. And I honestly, I'm not knocking him for that. I like that about him. I think Swerve has, if they do it right with him, I think he has a huge future in AEW because he could go with anybody in the company. He could go with Omega. He could go with Punk. He could go with Danielson, Moxley. You name him. Swerve could do it all. And I think they should push him huge. So I have no problem with them taking the tag titles off these guys. I think it's too much daddy ass. I don't even think Bowens and Caster needed it. And I don't want to say that Swerve and Keith mailed it in, but they almost were like, we're not.
They did, bro. They did. I don't mean.
So it wasn't just me watching it saying that, let's just get this over with.
Yep, they did. They wanted no part of it. Swerve didn't even think they deserved a rematch. They should have been back of the line.
I think he was honest about that too.
I think he was very dead up honest about it.
Do you remember the the point in the match, I think Lee was in the ring. I can't remember, and I think they were gonna. I think Caster was gonna scissor Bowens and Daddy Ass, and Swerve ran across the ring and did like a double. He did like a fucking two-legged drop kick to both of them, or to Bowens. You remember that?
Yeah.
You remember what I'm
Yeah.
I almost feel like in the look on his face was like, fuck you guys.
Yep.
and trust me, you guys know, I was on fucking Caster and Bowens before anybody. I love those guys. It just seemed like there was a lot of like realism in the tension in that match.
Yeah, and I have a feeling you're going to see. I think you're going to see a lot of realism in a Swerve and Lee program. And
Against each other.
Yes, and I think
Okay,
you're going to
I can see that.
I think you're going to see Swerve take out his frustrations, or try to take out his frustrations.
But is it Edwards? Jump in there, dude. Isn't this a problem for Khan? Like, aren't we going down this road again with this dissension? Like, you could see it on TV.
Dude, this is again, this fucking annoyed me so much for like so many reasons. So last week I mentioned that the match between Swerve and Our Glory and the Lucha Bros was a good match, but we knew how it was going to end because Tony already booked this fucking match.
Yep.
If you fast forward or rewind the week beforehand, we covered the press conference. Swerve got pissed because he was saying, should you call an audible, that whole thing.
Yep.
At this point, I got to think they're pissed behind the scenes.
Why not?
And it's not only because they deserved where they're at and they were insulted by some quote unquote reporter in a press scrum, but it's also Tony shitting on his own fucking booking.
Yeah, it's the principle too.
Because it's been the rule in AEW until now that if you challenge for a belt, you go back to the back of the line and you have to work your way up the goddamn rankings.
Yep.
And he shit all over it just because of the fan. Yes, it's a reactionary thing that he's doing for the fans.
Sorry
for
to
the fans.
You. Yep.
So it's fine. So here's my thing. At this point, you already know. So I gave him a little bit of benefit of the doubt that he wasn't going to do it. And this is why I can't stand Tony Khan at this point, because if you go back to Vince McMahon when he was in his prime in the 90s, with Russo, Eric Bischoff, Pat Patterson, okay? I got to think somebody should have said to Tony, "Hey dude, at this point you got Swerve who's fucking pissed. You got to heal him up. And the way you do this, and the breakup, everything you guys are saying, the future feud between him and Lee, which is inevitable, that's going to happen, and the pop for the babyface Acclaimed. If you just take it and just press the pause button and listen, Tony, have Swerve hit him with that radio and have them win tonight and piss the crowd off. Come full gear, do it again. Whenever you're doing Winter is Coming in January, maybe you do it there. Build this son of a bitch up because the fans already know what you're going to do. So you might as well build the shit up. Imagine how, okay, the pop would have been great at All Out. Fine. So he did it 2 weeks later.
Yeah.
That's lazy and it's shitty. Because if you build this up like wrestling is supposed to be built up, what would that pop have been 3 months from now for the Acclaim? And it's going to get all that heat on Swerve and Lee.
Yeah, no, dude.
I don't think he wants to. But I think the only monkey wrench in your theory, because I agree with you, is Lee doesn't want to be a heel.
He probably doesn't, but you could have played it like they're playing it anyway. And by the way, the match ended with Swerve up the ramp a little bit, and Lee followed him, but they didn't do nothing. There was no payoff.
No.
Yeah.
Swerve didn't push him. Like Swerve didn't do anything. Swerve didn't throw up a middle finger and say,
right. Yeah.
Nothing happened.
Yep. Good point. Yep.
Just Lee shaking his head.
I swear to God, at this point, I'm thinking, as I'm watching this, I'm thinking to myself, I just don't understand AEW. I don't get it, and I'm not supposed to get it. Because these fans are eating this up, and I can't understand.
Oh, I mean,
any
the number one selling T-shirt was fucking "Scissor Me Daddy Ass."
Scissor Me Daddy.
And listen, no offense to those guys, because they
Why
are.
is he with them though?
Listen, they're over.
I think he trains them. I think he trains them.
They're putting.
I think he's their trainer.
He's in the match. He's not in the match.
Right. That's what
he's hitting a famouser on Swerve on the outside.
I didn't like that.
And Swerve has
like
to.
That.
And he has to pop up as soon as he. Like, you don't think these guys are.
And dude,
it's exhausting, dude.
Here's the other thing. Can somebody answer? I know this is a little thing, but it's starting to annoy me. Why is Billy Gunn wearing the Yellowstone hat? Is he on season 5? Like
I wonder if he is.
I'm starting to wonder, like, why is he wearing? Like,
maybe
he wears it every show.
Yeah, he could be. Isn't there? Does it? Yeah, he has a thing for acting. You know.
No, yeah. I mean, if that's the reason, that's fine. I'm just trying to wonder why.
We'll find out shortly.
I don't know.
Yankees won, by the way.
Yep, they sure did. So that was the match, and then it gets a little weirder because they go right backstage to FTR, and who interrupts?
This spot was strange, dude.
And who interrupts FTR? The Gun Club, and they do their little mockery, which is a little. It was a little. I chuckled. You know, I thought it was a little funny, the ribs. You know, but it was just weird.
I chuckled that Top Guy's out. I chuckled.
Wait, the Gun Club.
Top Guy's out.
I thought
that's where I chuckled.
I thought the Gun Club did a good job with this spot. The one thing I'll say though is, like, why is FTR putting up with this? Like, why wouldn't they be like, you sons of bitches, we're gonna kick your ass? You know what I mean? They're just like, ha ha, funny. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just like, wait a minute, dude. Like, shouldn't they be like, we're gonna kick your ass?
Nerds.
But FTR though,
they're nerds now.
Why?
Because their faces.
Ugh.
Which, if where Tony Khan went wrong,
dude,
let me ask you a question.
If you put the Briscoes in that spot, what would they have done?
Oh, punching.
Oh, Jay would have been. Yeah, Jay'd have been out of his mind.
Jay would have been swearing, fighting, punching. We would have got some redneck kung fu.
Mm-hmm.
And what does FTR do? They're like, yeah, ho, dude, ho.
Because they're baby faces.
You know what my notes said? Gun Club funny, FTR lame.
That's it.
Because they're baby faces. Because Tony Khan's pigeonholed their characters. He should have left them as tweeners.
You know what the best was? Here's the problem. And this is where Tony's lost. There was a line that the Gun Club said that was insanely true. FTR stands for not on TV or not on. What did they say? What was the exact terminology?
They're not on TV. They complain about being number one contenders.
Yeah, but they use an exact. They use like an exact commentary. Hang on, let me check my notes here. See if I put it down because I don't want to.
Yeah, I know the line you're talking about, but I can't remember what he said.
FT, are you going to be on TV again? That was the exact line.
Yeah.
FT, are you going to be on TV again? And here's the thing. That's a great line. It's funny. It's trolling. Tony thinks it's funny. But here's the problem. Tony thinks it's funny because he thinks it's funny. We think it's funny for all the for all the right reasons.
Yep.
He thinks it's funny for all the wrong reasons.
Yep.
You should not be able to use that against FTR. The fact that the Gun Club was ever to say, "Oh, FTR, you're ever going to be on TV again?" Ha ha. The Gun Club has been on TV more than FTR lately. What does that tell you? Who's at fault for that? Is the Gun Club at fault for that? Is FTR at fault for that? Or is the fucking Booker at fault for that?
Booker of the year.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming FTR goes over them like next week, and then they automatically get a title shot. So the Acclaim can just lose to them, I guess. And then FDR has all the tag belts in the world, I guess.
I mean, well, part of what set this up is the Young Bucks being little bitches.
Yeah.
Yeah. Allegedly.
As far as we know. I mean, I'll give them credit. At least when they had a problem with Punk, they went,
Yeah.
they manned up. Unlike Hangman Page, who's yet to man up yet.
Yeah. Where was he on the big show?
I'm just saying. Hangman Page is not suspended. Hangman Page is not suspended because he did not man up. And then I got to hear White or whoever tell me, well, he already left the arena. Well, of course he did. Of course he already left the arena.
Because he knew
That's
what
the
was
problem.
going down. He knew what was going down.
He's
so
a
he left.
vagina.
Well, he's from
I'm going to
Virginia.
tell you something right now. No matter what Hangman Page does, he will never be over on this show. I will tell you that right
He used to wrestle at CWF with Brad Stutz.
Hangman Page, yeah.
So where what? I mean, he wasn't.
You know what? Can we
at
go
all.
back to when Hangman Page had balls? When BJ Whitmer, who brought Hangman Page to the show, other than Lombardi, by the way, sideshow, I saw Hangman Page. I remember Hangman Page when he used to come up to Waterbury, open the show for Lombardi with a fucking John Deere hat on. And don't get me wrong, he showed potential and all that.
Where do you think he got the John Deere hat? You know where he got it?
Yeah, I know he was with High Spots. I know why he was there. Yeah, with Caleb Conley, and he was with fucking.
Caleb was down in my way too.
But anyway, my point being, BJ Whitmer is in their locker room. He's the guy who made Hangman Page get over in Ring of Honor.
See, so here's the big thing of this. We're all bitching so far. We're only 2 matches in, by the way. But we're bitching about the results so far and the
we didn't
finishes.
even get started yet.
Guys,
two matches in, and we're getting ready to go back to where we skipped to.
So he's getting 1 million. He's averaging 1 million fans. Let's just call it 1 million over the past few weeks.
Yep.
And 3 of those million are right here bitching. So how many people are actually enjoying what they're doing at this point? I bet it's not as big as you think it is.
I don't think it is. You know how I know you're right? The rating dropped this week.
Yeah.
I mean, is that what else do you have to go by?
It's a finals. It's a finals tournament for your yet again vacant title.
They had dude
again.
Forget the fact they had finals tournament. They had the ROH title, the tag team titles, the Mid Atlantic or All Atlantic title, the fucking women's title, the fucking you know what I'm saying? They had 17 million titles up for grabs today.
So here's a question.
Title matches.
I have a question for you guys since we're talking titles. So really what happened was Moxley lays down for Punk. Punk wins. Then Tony comes on TV the next show and he says that due to the events of All Out, I have to strip the champion. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have a tournament. And Jon Moxley won anyway. Do you guys think it would have made more sense just to have him revert the title back to Moxley because he booked Moxley to win it anyway, and then have him wrestle MJF on this show and have MJF win the title instead of prolonging this for absolutely no reason because it just went back to Moxley anyway?
Yes. And here's the other reason why I agree with what you just said.
That makes sense.
When has he ever used that chip as a Money in the Bank cash?
Oh, all of a sudden it's Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
And that's another reason why.
Unbelievable.
That's another reason. What usually happens when somebody wins that?
They lose.
The following, not only that, but they get their title shot the following Dynamite.
Yeah.
You know what I think he should have done? He should have done Moxley versus MJF, the Dynamite right after suspensions, and put the title on MJF then.
You could have done that too. Because at this point, what was the point of it? What was the point of it? So Moxley goes over Bryan? What?
His teammate?
That's the other thing. Oh, there's so many problems. Like they're teammates. I just discovered. I figured it out. They're not stable. That's why they're never together. They're just teammates. It's a fight team because Tony Khan's on drugs because he thinks he's doing fucking MMA. Yeah. And oh my God, if I see one more main event on this freaking show, guys, he's doing worked MMA fights. That's what he's doing because it seems like every main event ends with a, oh my God, out of nowhere, chokehold. Oh, he's gonna tap and then he taps. Yeah. It's fake MMA. What is he doing?
Danielson's got to be part of that because a lot of it's on his matches. It's a lot of it's on Moxley's matches. Yeah, I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. They're not doing their finishers. They're having these tap outs and these pass outs and these. They did it with Garcia.
Yep.
They did it with Brian and when he beat Garcia. They did it with Jericho. They've done it with Moxley. Dude. It's not working. I'll be honest with you. It's not working either.
I mean,
all right, Whitehouse.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, Whitehouse. Where are we going from here? Because we're gonna keep going on to this. So let's just keep going.
So lovely segue with MJF. Now we go from that promo. We go with Tony Schiavone with Wheeler. MJF comes out to like the biggest fucking pop of the night. And does this. We've already established what was going on. The thing, though, I think MJF is going a little bit. He's overcompensating, is because he's trying to get those cheers into jeers, and it's not working.
I don't think he is.
I don't
think he is Whitehouse.
The insults, pushing Schiavone down, dude. That pushing the announcer down, or like insulting the announcer, insulting the crowd. I mean, that used to be old school way to get heat.
It used to be.
It get heat for him.
See, this is the
fans are knowing what he's doing, and they're still cheering for him because they want to cheer for him. I think that's the issue Khan doesn't understand.
Mm-hmm.
The fans want to cheer from him. I know Tony Khan wants him to be a heel, but he's not. He's a tweener. He may not be stone cold tweener, but MJF in his own way,
yes,
is a tweener. His way. And it's just Tony Khan is fucking it up, and he's making it look really bad for MJF, where MJF is just trying to do his job, and he's being told to do certain things, which this is my opinion.
No, go ahead.
Told to do certain things to get these jeers, because it used to work back in the day, but it's not working for him. He's still getting cheered.
If that's not if he never pushes Tony, forget he pushes Tony.
Yeah.
If they just do the segment and it's not Wheeler Yuta and it's Ethan Page. He's out there doing an interview, and then MJF walks out to that pop. Then I have no problem with it.
Right.
Because now you're thinking. Because now you've accepted the fact that this guy's going to get cheered.
Mm-hmm.
But no, it's Wheeler. AC, you got to weigh in on this because... And
then you bury Wheeler.
I can't.
And then,
first of all, Wheeler Yuta is not a good promo. Number one.
No.
And here's where I'm gonna go with this. Wheeler Yuta is not a good promo. I don't know why he brought up the MJF engagement thing, and it was just.
Did you see his look?
Yeah.
Did you see his look he gave?
His whole. This is the problem with AEW. All of a sudden, because Christian Cage decided to attack Jungle Boy on his family structure or whatever. Now everybody in the company's got to go. MJF's got to bring up Moxley's rehab.
Yes,
he's got to bring up Brian's injuries.
Regal's pills.
Regal's pills. Wheeler Yuta's got to bring up MJF's engagement. Like it is okay. I understand you assholes need to react to everything that's said on the internet. Can you not? Can we just go with kayfabe? Can we go with some structure of not reality here. I understand John Moxley went to rehab. I respect him for going to rehab for whatever he had to do. Do we need to now attack him in every promo for it? It's cheap.
Yes.
It's cheap.
Yes.
Do we need
That's
to
why I
attack
said he's annoying me, because he's the best promo guy right now, and he's doing this cheap shit every week. It's the same.
He doesn't want people to cheer for him. He's trying to get boos.
But he's not going to get them.
Well, how did he get him?
And that's what I'm saying.
Hold on. How did he get him, though? He punched Tony Schiavone in the face. That's how he got his boos.
Yep.
When he punched Tony Schiavone, he got booed. Before that, he got cheered. So he didn't need to go to all that other bullshit.
No, but that's him escalating to get the boos.
But the problem, AC, is the next time he comes out in front of a different live crowd next week, he's going to get cheered. Like Tony's going to be forgotten. That's the point.
No. I get you. It's not going to work. Okay. I'm just saying they're going to this well too much. They're going to. It's either him talking about WWE and Cody and whoever and his best friend Triple H, or he's going to the reality well. Rehab, blah, blah, blah. And then when that didn't work, he was like, all right, I'm going to punch Tony Schiavone in the face. And that worked. That got him booed. I get it. But at some, dude, I don't know, man. Listen, I don't even have any, this is the way I look at this problem they have. And I think it is a problem. I don't have an answer for it. This is them. We said this 3 weeks ago. They booked themselves into a fucking corner.
Yep.
And that's what they did. They booked themselves into a corner. He has to become champion now. But he wants to be Mr. Badass fucking heel. And the problem is the fans want to cheer for him because of the promo he cut on Tony Khan.
I think. I'm sorry, I was going to cut you off.
I was just going to say, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I think MJF's dilemma is he wants to be the modern day Ric Flair, but he's not. He's a modern day, this generation's version of Stone Cold Steve Austin, or could be. I'm not saying the badass Stone Cold. I'm saying that tweener guy.
You know what my problem? You know what my only problem with that analogy is I don't think he has the dance partner right now.
No, he doesn't. Not the dance partner thing. I'm talking character-wise. And you're right. He doesn't have that dance partner yet. But I think there's somebody who could be that dance partner for him. But
let me ask you guys this. Either one of you jump in on this. I mean, when do we get to the point where this guy just got too full of himself?
It's possible.
It could be there.
It could be there. It could be.
You got to wonder a little bit, right?
It could be.
Are you thinking Jungle Boy, Whitehouse?
No, Omega.
Okay.
I think Kenny can. I think Kenny could be that dance partner for him that he needs. And I think Jungle Boy could do it, but I don't want it to be Jungle Boy. I want it to be Jack Perry. That makes sense?
I think we all do, but I don't know if we're going to get it.
I don't think we're going to get that.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? But I think, I think that's another good one. But I'm talking about that main event spotlight dance partner. I think that could be Omega. But I don't think we're ever going to get that, though. But I think it could be. If it's done right. And I don't trust it's going to be done right. Herein lies what we're talking about the last hour. But I think Kenny Omega could be that. I think Kenny Omega could be that one. Because where I see, because you could go either way. You could go heel Omega, that tweener character MJF, or keep going heel MJF with the babyface Omega. You go both ways with that, because what was that? That was Rock and Stone Cold. Flip them. That's what you had. And I think AEW could have something with that, but they're too stupid to do it.
All right, so let's before we move on, let's bring up the other side of this.
Yeah.
We were talking about the firm last week.
Yeah.
and we were talking about this idea that they're not with MJF, and then the next week, here's
Interesting who
W.
came
Morrissey.
out, huh?
Yeah, W. Morrissey's running out to save him.
Yeah.
So he again the clouded version of what's going on here. I don't know. Were you guys okay with that, or how did you feel about W. Morrissey running?
I thought it was stupid,
Okay.
Because
That's fair. I'm just wondering.
No. Because you introduced something new last week, right? With the firm. You introduce it. So you think the next week they'll piggyback off it and build on it? But they don't. They don't even bring it up. Like, I don't understand that.
Yep. Okay.
What do you think, Edwards?
I don't know. You got me stuck on Rock and Austin. I gotta rewind. Whitehouse.
No, it's fine. But here's the thing. With that, I'm not talking about the names. I'm talking about the characters themselves. They were interchangeable. With The Rock and with Austin, each one could go back and forth. One could be the babyface, one could be the heel. One could be the babyface, one could be the heel. I think they have that with MJF and Omega. There are not many others you could say that about. Pac could go both ways.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you're right. Yeah,
that's what I'm talking about. Not so much the name.
If he's going to be that shade of gray instead of black or white, then
exactly
he needs a dance partner. Then you're absolutely right. He needs a dance partner that could do the same thing, or it won't work.
And
Pac,
I
guess you're right.
And Pac and Omega, the only two that would be good at it. But they're not. They would fuck that up 3 shades of gray, bro. It wouldn't even. So that's kind of what I'm at.
Yeah, you're making sense.
Right.
I think it's time. I think they have to find a person that's going to get a similar crowd reaction.
Yes, because then they could play off that,
right?
And it does, and it's not stale, and that's what made Rock so good, was because we talked about it last week. Which Rock you gonna get? The Nation Rock, you got the Hollywood Rock, you got the songwriter in the ring Rock, you got the Judas left came back Rock, you got the Maya Villa. I mean, there's so many different versions of him. And my favorite one was the Nation one, and then you get Stone Cold. You're gonna get the what Stone Cold, or you're gonna get the Stone Cold that just stops the mud hole and everything. You could boo, you could cheer, and it just I think that's where MJF is at. And I think what you two were talking about before we got here is the bad booking, the bad Tony Khan just trying to force this one way down, and it's not working. And that's why he's getting cheered, because they want to cheer him. They want to cheer him. And it's just, they did the same thing with Hunter. I mean, how many times they do that shit? I mean, think about when the dude did what he did to his that muscle in his hip, and he came back at that Royal Rumble. Dude, how loud was that pop at that Royal Rumble for him? And what did they do a month later? Turn him heel again.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's just a thought that came to my head real quick. I don't know.
All right. I mean, I guess, yeah, if you're looking at certain programs on the show, like Christian is obviously a straight up heel.
Yes.
And Jungle Boy's a straight up face.
Yes.
MJF is in between. So I guess, if you put him out there against Wheeler Yuta, I mean, the result, we saw what the result is.
You just buried a kid that kid had no business being out there with the elk of MJF.
With a microphone in his hand.
That's it. Right there, AC. With a mic. You're not even in the ring to wrestle. You're trying to go at wits with him. And you made him look like oh my God. If I'm Wheeler Yuta, I'm never watching that again. And I'm going to try to erase that from my memory.
All right, where are we headed next?
All right, so the retainer stable, the stable on retainer we were at.
Yeah.
with Morrissey. So I guess they're just going to come bail him out when he needs to be bailed out, basically. MJF.
Yeah.
Right? I mean,
yeah, that's what it is, I guess, right?
MJF bitches. That's what they should have called the stable.
yeah.
So we come back, and then there's dude, oh man, backstage with Jake, dude, I just, oh my god, everything's a bitch and everything. I mean,
oh, I know,
dude. Oh, I don't know. There's just that chick does nothing for me. She's the women's version of Lex Luger, dude. I've said it a year ago, and I still stand by it. You know, and they put a belt on her to justify. They put a belt on her in that TBS one. It's kind of nice, and they could do some. They could have done something really good with it, but they just strapped that on her just to justify her streak, which is a joke. But I don't know, man. It was a stupid promo. Talk about Dynamite, and then we go into the AEW All Atlantic Championship match with Orange Cassidy and Pac. Where do I begin? Where do you guys want to begin on this?
All right, so here's what
go ahead.
I just it was just,
Edward, you want to go?
all right.
I just got a quick one.
Go ahead.
So this was where I really noticed.
This is comedy, right?
Yeah, and Taz, God bless him, because he tried. There were two spots that I heard specifically where he tried to cover for these guys, and it's not. I don't want to say these guys because it was Orange's fault on both occasions. So there was one shot outside where Pac whipped him into the post on the outside, and he didn't take it, and you could clearly see it. And Taz covered for him, and he said, well, I think that maybe grabbed his shoulder. I don't know. Maybe he hit his shoulder. I'm not sure. I don't think he got all that one. And then, of course, Pac did the flippity-floppity, flew to the outside. Cassidy didn't even stand there. He just kind of sidestepped it. And Taz had to cover for, I think it was his hip. You could see his hip pop. Yeah. And then he showed the replay. Yeah, I think it was his hip that caught Cassidy there. Dude, this guy fucking sucks. It's time to say it. He sucks. I would rather see Rockstar Spud. I would rather see freaking Spike Dudley. These Orange Cassidy sucks. He's no Spike Dudley. I'll say that. Dude, this is just bad. It's bad anymore.
Can I ask you guys a question, though?
Sure.
Pac seems like a serious dude, right?
Yes.
Like, he's invested. I know back and forth to Europe, he's a bastard. Yeah, thank you. He's a bastard.
Right.
Yes. But he's a tough guy. He's jacked. He wants to have serious matches. That's the vibe I get from Pac, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why would you make him your dance partner?
Right. Okay, why is he always fighting Orange Cassidy?
Right.
Yes.
There's a reason for that. Here's my other one. Why is he walking out of the babyface tunnel? Isn't he a heel? I mean, the vibe I get from Pac is he's not a nice guy. He's you said it. He's a bastard.
He's a bastard.
Mm-hmm.
Why is he walking out of the babyface tunnel?
Because he's on a trios team with Lucha Brothers.
I guess. Are they baby faces?
I guess.
Yeah, that's my point, though. You're answering my question without answering it. This is what I was wondering watching this match. And here's the other thing. Orange Cassidy could try to be more serious early on in the match, which I think he tried to do. Like, he threw the glasses in his face and pocket sing and all that. Here's the problem. You're a joke, dude. You're a joke. You're always going to be a joke at this point. And Pac can't save you. Kenny Omega can't save you. They can chant freshly squeezed all they want. And Tony Khan can suck your cock. It doesn't matter. Because people like us, all of my friends that watch wrestling don't give a shit about your stupid Orange Cassidy bullshit. And why is Pac playing into this? You had a championship tournament, and we talked about two guys already. Forget about MJF. Put him to a side. We talked about two guys already tonight that should have been a part of that. Claudio Castagnoli and Pac.
Yep.
Not to mention all the other guys they don't even use, like Miro.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Yeah, instead of Orange Cassidy, I would have loved to see maybe like a Buddy Matthews in this spot.
Well, he's got to wrestle Darby on Friday.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, that would be a great program.
I'm at least glad they didn't just forget about it. They at least did something with it, And listen, Darby's video is great, and Darby does good promotions, and I want Darby to listen. I want Darby to succeed. I want Darby to do great things. They need to put in position to do that. Why was it Darby fighting Pac?
That would make sense.
For a title.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Orange getting this title shot, I don't get it because he's been involved in so many
let me ask
trios.
You this. What is the ranking system for getting an all Atlantic title shot?
Fuck if I know.
What is the reason that you get that title shot?
I thought it was foreign.
So you have no reason. Tony Khan, Young Bucks. Oh, I forgot you're suspended. Sports centric. I mean, what? I'm just going on what they told us this was going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Am I out of line now? Edwards, am I out of line?
You're not out of line, and people need to realize that when they're listening to us, because we're not just pulling this shit out of thin air. This is what we're told.
They told us this was supposed to be.
Yes.
It was supposed to be sports centric. When do we get that? Somebody explain that to me. And here's the thing: if you don't want it to be sports centric, fine.
Yes.
Give us a good
tell
story.
Us. Just tell us.
I'd rather it not be sports centric. What I'd rather you do was make a compelling story so I can enjoy watching your fucking show. How about that? Oh, that'd be great.
See, and Whitehouse, you jump in here too with what I'm about to say. But if you're gonna do New Japan, you got to do New Japan right. They have the weight classes, they have the different titles in the weight classes, and then they have the open weight belts.
Yep.
That's perfect. That's how you do it. But if you're not going to do that and you're going to try and be, WCW 1999, then that's not going to really work together.
No, and I don't know why. Like, I get it. You got your TNT title. That's your television, championship, which hasn't really been defended on TV in a minute. And you're at this big event, and where is your TNT champion? I don't know. And I guess that's another topic for another day. I guess.
My God.
But so you don't have your TNT champion there. And I know they're on TBS. So why isn't your TBS champion on TBS, but she's on the other show, Rampage, which is on TNT? Don't get that dynamic either when it comes to belts. Somebody needs to explain that one to me.
Mm-hmm.
And then with this Mid-Atlantic, so that must be what WCW had with the United States. This Mid-Atlantic must be their United States Championship. So, but what I don't get is he's never really explained the titles. And there's no explanation. There's no meaning to them. There's a report saying that they're doing away with rankings. Yeah, because Tony Khan's pretty much fucked those rankings up recently. Just throw them away. Because last time I checked, your 5th ranked team got a title shot at All Out, lost, so they're not 5th rank anymore. They're technically lower than 5th rank. Get a title shot again at a big Dynamite and win those said championships, and your number one contenders haven't been on TV for a while. And they're the IWGP tag team champs. They're your Ring of Honor champs. and they're the AAA champs, but you don't want them on TV. Why? Dude, I don't. Am I missing something when it comes to titles?
So,
I think I got them all right.
Is this not a product of having too many titles, or
Yes and no, AC. Yes and no. You know, I think it's what Edwards just said. How New Japan does it makes sense. Yes, they have a lot, but it makes sense. This is just a carbage of shit.
Well, okay. So, do you want to know? This is my opinion. You want to know why it makes sense? There is a clear distinction in New Japan on what the upper echelon titles are from what the not upper echelon. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, 100%.
You know who the champion is.
100%.
You know who the tag champion is. You know what I mean? And then they have the other titles and this and that. You know who the juniors champion is. But then you have the other titles. You know what I'm saying? And here's 100%. The thing. If you want to talk about being sports-centric, New Japan does it well because you can not watch New Japan for 3 months and jump in and watch it, and you won't feel lost. Like, you get caught up in the matches. You get caught up on what's happening in the ring. You know what I'm saying? AEW's not like, that's not what they're doing on TV. They're trying to be more than that. They're just not doing it well. That's the way I take it. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
Well, the stupidity of it is, and not what you said, Whitehouse, that it's supposed to be their U.S. belt. It's supposed to be their secondary belt, like the U.S. belt.
Right.
But
yeah, exactly.
He's calling it the All-Atlantic.
But isn't that the TBS or the TNT belt?
That's the TV championship.
No, see, the All-Atlantic bullshit is like Ethan Page said, I want that. And Stokely said, because he's Canadian, whatever. Well, if you look at a map, and you see North America and South America, and then you run over to UK. It's supposed to be like this global, because that's why PAC, I guess, defends it in the UK. Whatever.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I guess Tony thinks it's cool to defend it in New York against an American named Orange Cassidy. I don't fucking know what it is. I don't think anybody knows what it is. It's just it's a stupid belt. I don't know. And again, AC, like you said. They have a TV title, right? And we call it a TV title, but they defend all the titles on TV. So it's not really a TV title. It's just another title.
Right.
See, back in the day, you had a world title and you had a TV title,
right,
which had TV rules, usually a 10-minute time limit or whatever, on a TV show.
Yeah, there was a reason for it.
Right.
Because here's the thing. I mean, back in the day, right, 100%, Edwards, back in the day, your champion was never really defending that title all the time.
Right.
We've already established that
yes.
last couple weeks.
Yes.
So that's where your United States champion came in. You know, he was that guy when no one was around, when Ric Flair wasn't around, that United States champion was next.
Mm-hmm.
But your TV champion defended that title 10, 15, 20-minute time limit, whatever.
Right.
On TV. Arn Anderson, probably, in my opinion, the best of the TV champions. So just defending it all the time. That was the echelon of how this worked.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why it made sense. Because your heavyweight champion wasn't on TV all the time because they didn't want to overexpose him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but they're underexposing all their champions, basically.
Ding, ding, ding. He's doing the opposite. And fucking that up.
I get what you're saying. Yep, I get what you're saying. And they're underexposing all their champions. All right, next segment.
Oh my, this is bad. If anybody's listening to this, they're probably like, "Oh my god, AEW sucks."
It
does. It does. We promise you, it does. We're not trying to hide the truth from you. We're giving you the cool truth of it.
It's just ridiculous what we're talking about.
What did I say at the beginning of the show? For the next hour, 90 minutes, we are going to tell you why the rating dropped. So that's what we are doing.
Yeah.
So we are going to stick to that. We are not deviating.
Oh, and this four-way.
Oh, this fucking
shit show.
Oh, my God. So you got your women's championship. I'm going to try. You got your women's championship match. Your interim champion, Tony Storm.
Ah, yeah.
Goddamn, Juice Robinson's one lucky fuck.
You lucky fucker.
Gonna say that, man. But so you got Britt Baker.
There's a storm brewing in my pants.
Oh my God.
God, yeah.
Athena and Serena Deeb. This was just one clusterfuck of a match.
Oh yeah.
Okay, the best spot of the match. That's how good this match was. Best spot of the match was when Athena broke Britt Baker's nose. And the
best and worst.
Right. And then the best pop of the night is not what happened not the night, but the best pop of this match wasn't so much what happened in the match. It's what happened after the match.
Mm-hmm. Well.
And they got a new women's wrestler joining the ranks. But before I get there, I mean, there's really nothing that stood out in this match. It was a 4-way that we've seen before.
Yep. Yeah.
I mean, even the moves in this 4-way, take out Serena and throw in Della Rosa. What's that? No, not
Thunder Rosa.
Well, Thunder Rosa. Thank you. Put in Thunder Rosa and subtract Deeb, or subtract Athena and put in Thunder Rosa there, or even Britt Baker's friend there. But all the same match. You know what I mean? It's the same thing we've seen.
Yeah.
And it seems like the women's AEW women's is falling into what WWE women's used to be too. The same match over and over and over again.
Yep.
With just different couple wrestlers.
Different faces.
And this is what this was. And like I said, the only thing that was good and bad in this whole match was Athena breaking Britt Baker's nose and Baker really doing a good job selling it. You know what I mean? And it's sad because it's just, I don't know, man. I just don't know what they're doing with this division. And now you're adding Paige to it, and I thought her pop was a little surprising because I figured maybe people forgotten her, but that was pretty cool though. It was cool that she got that pop. People remember her, and I just hope that she really is good to go, because I thought she was bad, not just because she's fucking hot as hell, but I thought she was badass in the ring. To me, this whole women's revolution, she was one of the centerpieces involved in it. She was fucking good at it, and I really hope her back is really okay, that she can come out and wrestle, because AEW got a good one, and I just hope that they don't do with what they've done with all the good ones they have and just do absolutely nothing with them.
Yeah, so my thing about this match was all about the broken nose, and it's okay. So Athena's probably 5'2", 5'3", and she's doing the big man spot, where you got a guy on your shoulders and you got a guy on your back. And if you're that short, and it's not no offense to her, but whoever booked the match, whoever laid the match out, should probably realize that that's probably going to make her work a little too hard than she needs to. And she's probably not going to have the height to drop both girls and land herself safely, not on somebody's face. Dude, 100%. I rewound it because I saw Britt immediately grab her face, and then she rolled over to the corner.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So I rewound it, and I'm like, well, there it is. There's the stupidity of AEW wrestling. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm sick of hearing people broken noses. I've never seen this amount of broken noses, and just injuries in general. And I mean, a couple years ago, New Japan would get a bad rap from, podcasters, everybody. Oh, they do these neck moves, and these neck, everybody's paralyzed. No, AEW has like a broken fucking bone every week now.
Yep.
And it's because of shit like this, because they're not paying attention. Oh, it'd be a cool spot. Yeah, let's do that spot. No, let's not do that spot. How about you just drop one of the girls and then pick the other girl up and drop her too, so you could do it safely? I mean, how many busted noses do we need to see on AEW? It's stupid at this point. Like, and what was the point of it? Like, it didn't do anything. Like, okay, great, Athena. Whoa, you know what I mean? Like, there's no reason to be doing that spot. None. And obviously, I mean, if I'm Britt Baker, I'm going to the back and I'm going, I can't work with her. She's not safe. Look what she just did to my face.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, when does this shit
let me ask
stop?
you a question. How many times has this happened to Britt Baker already? Like, at what point is she like, Tony, like, can you give me professionals to work with? Or
can you give me one-on-one matches with actual professionals that can get in a ring with me?
Yeah. Considering she's the only one that made your AEW women's title relevant.
It's so
other than what's her name? Shido.
Early Sheeta.
Oh, yeah. This one
Early
that came
Sheeta.
back from Japan isn't.
Yeah,
really
I know.
good.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, again.
It's weird.
I mean, let's be honest. If Britt Baker was never women's champion, tell me when this title was relevant.
No, Britt Baker. I mean, the shit that she did where
She's
she came
tremendous.
from, tremendous.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm saying, other than her, when?
The more girls that I see, the more I appreciate Britt Baker.
Yeah, because I
100%.
thought I got for me.
The more I appreciate Bailey, the more I appreciate
Becky,
Tessa Blanchard,
even Becky,
and the girls in Impact.
Yep.
And even Rhonda
Yep.
and some of the other what's her name there? Rhonda's friend.
Shayna
Baszler. Yeah, I mean, dude, here's the problem. It's few and far between.
No.
And they want to make it equal, and it's just not.
No. And you look at the champions. I mean, and where's Nyla Rose been?
No, the top level is very good. The top level is very good. But the drop off is insane. It's the same thing with basketball and everything else. Listen, I don't want to get into it. Listen, and here's the thing: I am a huge advocate for women's fighting. I love the boxers. I love the MMA fighters. They fucking put their asses on the line like you wouldn't. The bare knuckle fighter, women fighters, they fight their asses off. Nothing but respect. But those sports, for some reason, it's just better than what you see in wrestling.
Yeah.
And it's way better than what you see in basketball or anything else. But, wrestling's found a little niche, and I think they should pursue it. And I think they should continue it. And I think they should continue to make it better. Here's what I don't think. I think when you have a 10-match pay-per-view, there shouldn't be 4 women's matches. And I'm not saying that to be a misogynistic asshole or whatever you want to call me. I'm just saying it just doesn't add up yet. At this point, it doesn't add up yet.
I think
maybe there's one match, maybe there's 2 matches, maybe we'll get to the point. It's just not there yet. That's all I'm saying.
I think he's doing too much again. Like if you compare, like,
you're exposing it.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, I like Hayter. I like what I see from Hayter.
Yeah, okay.
Like, I like Toni Storm in a one-on-one match. Okay, she's good. Thunder Rosa. Okay, good. But if you go back to, like, when it was just Sheeta, Baker, Nyla Rose, and I can't even believe I'm going to say this shit, Penelope, Chris Statlander, like those 5 main girls, like, that were wrestling all the time. I think it was better then. Maybe I'm wrong, but I would take.
They tried harder. They tried harder then.
Yeah,
they did
something.
I love Thunder Rosa, but I thought her title reign was not as what I thought it was going to be when she won it. It was very under. I don't know what's the word. Really wasn't good. It just wasn't what I thought it was going to be. And I think you could say that for a lot of the female performers, except for what Britt Baker was doing a year ago at All Out, and look at her now. You know what I mean? She's in a fucking backstage thing with what's her face, and getting freaking shots taken in the leg in a dentist office, and look what she's become since then. So she's definitely busted her ass.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And
dude, Britt Baker has. She's one of the pillars. Let's be.
100%.
Let's be fair. Let's be fair. 100%, she's one of the pillars.
100%. And you know what? We talk about MJF needs a dance partner, and I think that's what's struggling with the women's division is Britt Baker doesn't have a dance partner.
Yeah, and here's the other problem with it. So when she needs a dance partner, what do? We extend the well and add a title.
Yeah.
Sorry,
well, let's hope Paige can be that dance partner. Like you said, Whitehouse.
I really hope so, man, because they got one.
No, I like her. I like the whole thing. I mean, she's gonna bring in credibility, of course. She's gorgeous. I love the accent.
All gorgeous. British. Oh God.
Tattoo. Oh yeah, and a fake titty.
Oh, fake titties.
Give it to me, Daddy. Yeah.
Hey man, fake or real? I'm an equal opportunist, man.
No discrimination there.
That's 100%.
That Jungle Boy, pal. Yeah.
I just hope her back can make it. That's all. She's got a lot of riding to do.
I hope. I hope her back and she can ride it too, pal. I think.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Walk right into it, pal. The back and the riding, pal. Yeah.
Well, no woman has ever listened to this podcast, if they did ever again. But
I mean, they probably haven't in a long time after.
No, touche.
They're like, you're a misogynistic asshole. You want broad panty matches? Yes, I do. I'm not gonna lie to you. I want broad panty matches. I don't hide behind it.
Bro, Tony Storm and Ty Conti in a broad panty match.
Here's my question. It's supposed
to be. Can you think of one any better?
It's supposed to be entertainment. Right? It's supposed to be entertainment.
Yeah.
So why can't we get women's wrestling and broad panty matches? Both. Why can't we get both?
Let me throw this out at you guys because I thought about this the last time Penelope was on. Did you see what she was wearing? If she was in a bra and panties match, that's what she would be wearing.
Oh, she would have to be. There would have to be a triple threat.
You want to know what's funny?
Penelope Ford and Ty Conti.
The first time.
Anna Jay, Fatal 4-Way. There we go.
First time Penelope was booked in Bethany, I was texting with Lombardi and I was like, "Oh, dude, Penelope." And he was like, "I'm telling you right now, she's a star." You could take or leave that comment where you want. He made that comment 5 years ago.
There you go. There you go. She's actually gotten better though. I think.
I don't even care. I just want to watch her.
Oh yeah. I don't even care, pal. Put it in.
Yeah, man. Give me Tony Storm.
This pal, yeah.
Yeah.
Just be hot when you do it.
I know, right? Tony Storm, Anna Jay.
I'm so happy Diamante's back. I mean, thank God they brought Diamante back. I mean, all right, move on.
So I mean, we go from that, and I don't even want to fucking talk about this next one.
Yeah, you do.
That's how great the show was.
You can't even talk. You can't even say it.
Do it. Edward, hit the music. Wild thing. You make my heart sick.
He comes to the ring. He does his thing, and Brian Danielson.
Everything you made. Okay, go ahead.
And they try to make it an MMA wrestling and strong style match, and I'm watching this and I'm like,
breathe, Whitehouse, breathe.
Everything Brian Danielson's doing is so much better than what the shit that Moxley's doing. And you know, in this disgust I have,
Dude, they were singing your theme song. How could you not like it?
God, you know, and he's so fucking overrated. And then you get Shivani on his jock. You get Taz on his jock and working it up. It's like selling us a bill of goods. The guy doesn't draw, man. He does it for the third time. He's going to this well.
NJM use mascots.
The champ is here.
What is it? 4 times? 3 times?
All times.
All time. The greatest AEW champion ever.
We got him again.
You make my heart sing. Everything groovy.
Groovy. Whitehouse, come on.
Sing with us, Whitehouse.
Fucking hate that song.
They did it again. They did
Wild
it again.
Thing Whitehouse. Wild Thing Whitehouse. Dude, the more, I feel like the more Whitehouse bitches about Moxley, the more Khan puts him on.
Yes, I think he's doing it on purpose, just to troll you, Whitehouse.
Oh,
Khan has a problem with
it. Feels it. He does, you know. And it's like, for me, it's like you gone to this well 3 times, right? He's your only.
Is Uno reporting back to Khan and getting him to troll you with
I
Wild
believe he may be.
Moxley?
But-
Yes.
I don't understand. I don't understand. You know why that Bryan Danielson couldn't go over in this match last night. I don't, for the life of me, understand why not.
He can't win the big one.
He's not the Wild Thing.
When you're in there with Wild Thing, I mean, the American
Ratings
Dragon.
are 40% down with this dude as your champ, and you go back to him. Don't get it. I don't understand.
Let me ask you a question though. At this point, in reality, I know we're having fun with the Wild thing.
Yeah,
and all that. Does it really matter whether it's Danielson or Moxley? Isn't the point now So MJF is going to get his run, right?
Yeah.
That has to happen.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
So this is a transitional champion to get MJF his run. So, and Edwards was the one that brought this up 2-3 weeks ago when we were talking about it. It was a fantastic point. And I'm piggybacking off it 100%. Although I agree with you, would it have been more fun to maybe have Danielson win or Claudio Castagnoli or somebody else? The bottom line is, at the end of the day, MJF has to become champion.
Yeah.
And where he goes from there is going to dictate, I think, what happens with AEW for the next 6 months to a year. And that's a lot of responsibility. Is he ready?
It's a great point.
I think
We don't know
We don't.
when Omega is coming back. We don't know when the Bucks are coming back. Moxley's going to take his vacation, right?
Yep.
Chris Jericho is winning ROH titles now. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no Cody.
My fear with MJF,
They are going to put MJF as their crown jewel.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
You know what, dude, too? The point that you remember the first battle royal he was in. I don't need to do flips to get over. He was doing that shit he used to do on the indies, right?
Oh, no, he said that on All Out when he wrestled the kid from Lucha Underground. He wrestled, what was his name?
Not Angelico.
No, it was,
What is that? Something Kid, right?
no, he
Oh, my God. Dude, what's his name?
Hang on. I gotta look it up.
Look it up.
I gotta look it up.
I'm picturing him. You're talking about the dude with the beard, right?
Yes, the
hell?
I'm so pissed right now that I don't remember. I have a picture with him and Swerve, who was Shane Strickland.
Stames is yelling at us right now. I can hear it.
Yep.
Because he likes him.
What was that? 2018?
Ish. Yeah. Oh my God. Beard.
All out. Wait, they're called All In right now, right? Oh no, they're called All. Oh, so it's All In.
So it's All In, yeah.
That's why I'm fucked up. Matt Cross.
Yep. Thank you,
Yep.
Matt Cross.
And he was Son of Havoc.
Son of Havoc.
Yeah.
That was on the.
I didn't even get to look it up yet, and it popped in my head.
There it is.
So
that was on the
MJF,
opening.
Matt Cross, and Son of Havoc.
And that wasn't even on. That wasn't even on the pay-per-view. That was on the. That was on.
No,
the first hour.
no. That's not true. That was the first match.
That was the opener, I think, right?
Yep. And he goes, "I don't need the flip to get over."
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, the point I was making was once he gets that belt.
The last thing before the pay-per-view was the buy-in or the battle royal where
The battle
Flip
royal.
won.
Yes.
Flip won to get the title match
Right.
versus
I
Jay
remember.
Lethal.
Yeah.
So
In
the
a
point-
real Ring of Honor title match.
The point I was gonna make, dude, is he gonna stay over if he doesn't do flips? Because that could come back to haunt him. How long does it take until the AEW crowd yells boring when he's the champ? Serious question, because his style is not
Orange Cassidy or Pac. I mean, you're onto something, bro. Well, they don't do it for Moxley, but here's the thing. You know what? You bring up a great point, and I'm going to give you the reasons why.
Okay.
And it's not just because of the flips and the and the goofy shit, because that's Pac, Phoenix,
right,
and Orange Cassidy. But here's the other side of it. He also doesn't do what Moxley and Darby and those guys do with the blood and the fighting and the whole thing.
Right.
So, yeah. Do they get bored with just promos of him insulting them but not insulting them?
Wild thing. What's your opinion?
The one caveat I'll give him is he didn't go to the 2024 free agent this time, but he also was like, blah, blah, "You're losers and I'm not." You know what I mean? It gets old.
No, it does. The whole WWE thing, because this.
Plus, could the guy? When's the last time he had a good match?
He really hasn't been around.
Well, again, you got to do something, right?
He had his pipe bomb and he took off. So I'm kind of curious to see what he's got going on. I don't think the fans are going to turn on him because they want to like him so bad.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't see them turning on him. I see him. Here's the thing: FTR doesn't do the flippity flops, and no one's turned on them for their style.
All right, that's a good example.
And I think MJF is going to be the same. I do.
That's a good example.
Things may be going to his head. This, that, and everything else, but the talent is still there, and he has it, and he has a shit ton of it. And
Do you see his fiance, by the way?
dude, she's hot.
Oh my God.
Yeah. He definitely scored.
You see her Instagram posts and shit.
No, I didn't go that far.
I didn't go that far, but yeah, she's.
Oh
yeah.
She does art, I guess, and she shows herself painting while she's wearing, yoga pants that are
oh my God.
just show. Oh my God, this.
Oh my God.
MJF has it all. He's a winner.
He's scored.
Yep.
So yeah, I don't think they're going to turn on him. I think they got this is their guy, and the fans want this to be their guy.
Here's what I got to say about it. Whether they do it right or they do it wrong, they need, no pun intended, to go all in with this guy.
For sure. 100%.
They set this up where, whether Punk was there or not, whether this whole thing with the Elite happened or not, they were going to hitch their saddles to MJF coming out of All Out, coming out of Grand Slam, and going into the winter time and everything else. That really hasn't changed, right?
Right.
I mean, how you get there has changed, but it really hasn't changed. So, listen, they put the title on Page, Hangman Page, and he floundered. And I think it's time to put it on MJF, and here's the keys to the castle, bro. Go make it happen or don't.
And see what you can do with it.
And listen, if he's as talented as we all think he's talented, I mean, I do. I know you guys do. If he's as talented as we all think he is, let him go out there and do it. Of all the things Khan could do wrong, the right thing to do now is to just put it on MJF and let him go with it.
Yeah.
That's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
stage,
there is other things he can do. Castagnoli, he could go with safer bets. But at the same time, as Whitehouse brought up 2 weeks ago, you haven't done a lot with these younger guys. So hit your saddles to one of your pillars, MJF, and let him roll with it. And I would say give him 6 months and see what happens. Don't pull the plug too early, but, at some point, if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But at the same time, go with it. I mean, you have nothing. I mean, it's so bad right now. Like, dude, they lost viewers this week.
Yeah.
It's so bad right now. What do you have to lose? Hit your saddle to one of your pillars and go with it.
You lost 40% of your viewers. Ring of Honor Championship, Tag Team Championship, Women's Championship, Mid-Atlantic Championship, the most prestigious championship in wrestling today. 5 matches, five titles. 40% in decrease. Because you got Moxley at the head of the line. He is not the head of the line guy. And
he's the head of the table.
Yeah, but here's the point. He's in place right now to put MJF at that.
Well, and it goes back to what you were saying about safe guys. This is Tony Khan's safety net. He's Tony Khan's binky. Who was Vince McMahon's binky?
Tony Khan's binky.
You know what I mean?
I love it.
This is Tony Khan's binky. This is my safe guy. I'm gonna go back to my safe guy. Your safe guy is probably the most overrated wrestler in all of professional wrestling. But hey, you know what? He's hedged his bets on his safe guy, his binky, is Moxley. I'd rather throw up in my fucking mouth.
Let me ask you guys this though, and I think this might be a good topic to close on. If you reverse back to this time last year and where they were roster-wise, Punk, Danielson, Cole, Elite, Omega, MJF, go down the list of guys they had. Hardy, Matt Hardy. I don't think Jeff was back then, but
No, he wasn't there yet.
Yeah, okay, but point taken. And see where they are roster-wise right now. Although I think the roster's stacked. I'm talking about the roster they're using on TV. Their roster that they're using on TV is flawed at best. And it's barely using FTR. Does this not have something to do with why your rating isn't good? They're
100%.
not even putting on the people want to see.
100%.
Like, where was Jungle Boy tonight? Where was Christian Cage?
You got Jack Perry.
Oh, you know he's Jungle Boy. Don't call him that.
Fuck that.
Until
Wardlow.
they sell him as Jack Perry. Thank you. Where's Wardlow? He's going to be in a tag match on Rampage.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Tony, why?
He needs to realize that show on Friday nights that he taped that, right? Was that taped?
Yeah, they did it tonight.
He needs to realize that nobody's going to watch that anyway except hardcores like us. So you might as well it's a B show.
I'm only going to watch it because there's like shit on there you got to fucking see.
Yeah,
where's Ricky Starks?
It's a B show.
Yeah,
he needs to load up.
Powerhouse Hobbs.
He needs to load up the first 2 hours and shit on the last 2 hours or the last hour.
Why is what's his name? Hook in a tag team now?
Well, because rappers. He loves rappers all of a sudden. He's in a tag team with a rapper that raps his theme. Think about that.
Who won't take a bump, by the way. Did you see that one? Yeah, he won't take a bump.
Oh, he said that?
I heard a report that he's not taking bumps.
Okay. That's good. That'll make for a good match then.
And another Edwards, and I'll give you another.
Dude, the best thing about this show is Edwards' sarcasm.
So another dance partner for MJF down the road is Wardlow, your number one babyface.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, is that not where this should all go, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, there's probably two wrestlers in the world that should fight MJF for the title, and it's Wardlow and Cody.
Yeah.
And Cody's gone.
Right. You guys see the Punk news that came out?
Yeah.
No.
Supposedly he quit.
According to Wade Keller, they're talking about contract buyout right now.
Yep.
So
Khan's going to cut him a check for $2 million, and that's going to be that. Goodbye, Punk.
So what's happening with the Elite and the Bucks and Mega and all that?
They'll probably be back in a couple weeks.
Yep.
Like nothing ever happened. Because supposedly they're waiting. He's got an investigation.
I'm gonna listen. You can do all the investigations you want. We all saw what happened, right? And I don't think Punk is totally unculpable with this whole deal. Like I think he has some responsibility to it all, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe when they asked the question, he could have no-sold it and just walked away from it. I get that's not who he is. I get it. I'm just saying maybe he could have. But at the end of the day, how are they going to explain all this? And the answer is they're not going to. They're not going to.
Well, I saw an article from last night. The Bucks were on Twitter promoting their new collaboration with the Italian sportswear and footwear company Diadora.
What does that mean?
What does that mean? They got a new shoe coming out, made by Diadora.
But what does that? What does that do for AEW? What does that do for wrestling?
So they're out there talking. They're out there. So they obviously gonna come back soon.
I'm guessing they're gonna be back the beginning of October. It's the anniversary show.
Dude, here's the thing. I am not gonna let these assholes off the fucking hook. The young ones.
They shouldn't.
Because I heard from them sports centric, Circus Soleil, tag team wrestling. Tag team wrestling could be the main event and all that.
Only with their friends.
Came to the time,
only with their friends.
Bro, hold on for a second. I'm gonna fucking freak out right now. When it came to the time where you could make tag team wrestling the main event, when you can wrestle FTR for the AEW championships, those FTR guys who have the Ring of Honor championships, the AAA championships, the IWGP championships, all these championships you want, you could have made them the main event of a pay-per-view. You could have wrestled them, the two best tag teams in the world. You could have sold that as a main event. We're going to make tag team wrestling relevant. The main event, we're going to do all this sports-centric Circus Soleil. What do the Young Bucks do? They don't want to wrestle FTR. So fuck the Young Bucks.
They're not their friends.
Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Thank you. You know I'm not wrong.
They only want to wrestle their friends.
Good. They can wrestle their friends. But the bottom line is what was right for the business.
To quote
Let me ask you,
CM Punk?
if you went to WWE right now, Triple H would do what's right for the business. Do they do that? No, we can't do that. We can't do that. We got to make T-shirts for the Acclaimed. Scissor me, daddy ass. My wife could make the best T-shirt ever. That's what we want to. That's our legacy. We're the T-shirt salesmen. We could sell them in Hot Topic, and we could sell them on Pro Wrestling Tees, and we could sell them on 1 Hour Tees in Chicago. We could do all that, but we can't put FTR over. We can't do what's right for the business. We can't go to bat for the Briscoes to get them on AEW TV where they belong, by the way. We can't do that because we got to be the best tag team. And guess what? We found the only suckers in the world, the Lucha Brothers, who will let us rip their masks off their face to win every fucking match. We found the biggest sucker, and then we found LAX, the second biggest suckers in the world, who will lose every match to us. And then we thought we found the third sucker called FTR. FTR put us over, but now FTR wants reciprocation. Why would we do that? Why would we reciprocate to FTR? Why would we let FTR win? Why would we bring FTR in? Why would we do it for the Briscoes? We can't do that because we're the Young Bucks and we sell T-shirts.
And oh yeah, by the way, they sell shoes too, because on September 28th at your local Champ store, you can go ahead and purchase the Theodore shoe.
Dude, that was a great drop-in, bro. Dynamite drop-in, Monty. Those broadcasting classes are paying off.
Oh my God, that was great.
That was perfect.
Oh, I can't breathe.
And by the way,
I fucking hate the Bucks, man. Oh my God.
Dude, Whitehouse, I fucking love you, bro. I really do.
Fucking.
He's like, he just waited. He's like, oh, is he done yet? Is he done yet? Is he done yet? Okay.
Oh, I was sitting on this.
Hey,
Perfect timing.
You can
I
buy
was
these.
saying. I was biding my time.
Oh, that was great.
Oh, amazing.
Or what do we got left? What do we even have at this point?
Oh, a whole pile of shit. That's what we got.
Yeah.
No, AC, I met the Bucks. Jackson met the Bucks because of my friend, and I want to like them.
Me too, bro. I'm with you. Dude, I talked with them 3
how? But it's hard. It's hard.
I'm with you.
Because you know what? Punk may have been a culprit and all that, but what he said was not wrong. And the fact that they go and beat down his door as EVPs, and that's going to go unnoticed because it's the Bucks and it's because it's Punk. It's wrong. It's wrong, and it's going to go underneath the carpet. They're going to come back, and nothing's ever happened. And it's just like, it's just.
Here's my final thought, and then you guys do your final thoughts. My final thought at night is this. CM Punk said something in that scrum. He said, what did I do to deserve this empty-headed dipshit Adam Page and these EVPs talking all this crap? Or, I'm paraphrasing, obviously.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I totally agree with them, but I agree with them to an extent. And what my question is, what did wrestling fans deserve? What did wrestling fans do to deserve this? What did wrestling fans do to deserve? I'm not even the biggest CM Punk fan, but I bought into this was huge for this company, huge for this AEW movement, right? I bought in hook, line, and sinker. What did I do to deserve? What did you guys, the guys who love CM Punk, do to deserve this? The fact that we now have to buy CM Punk out of his contract, get him out of the company because he's the only cancer, which is not true. I think he's part of it, but he's not all the reason. So now we got to lose CM Punk from wrestling, and now we got to deal with whatever these assholes come back with.
Yeah.
And you know what? If they were putting on a great show, I'd be like, okay, no big deal. But they weren't even doing that at the time. So what did we? That's my question to you, wrestling fans out there. What did we as fans do to deserve this? When we shell out our money, shell out our time, shell out our passion, what did we do to deserve this? Here's what we do, what we get back. We got to go sell our soul to the devil again and watch Triple H and WWE because we have a bunch of fucking losers in AEW who can't put on a proper wrestling show. I'm done.
Guys, I know we're in final thoughts, but I have to bring this up, and I just remembered. I wanted to bring it up earlier, but I forgot. Did you guys see the fucking rumor out there that NBC Universal is possibly either buying out or merging with guess who?
The cock?
They own the cock. NBC.
They own the cock.
Okay.
Yeah.
Warner Discovery.
Really?
Yes. If you do a search, you'll see some hits.
Wow.
It's a rumor at this
How
point.
does that work?
How does that work for wrestling if that happens?
I think we have to wait to comment on that. But
Now, if you want to, I'll just tease it. We could touch on it maybe next week or something. But could you imagine Tony getting that call?
Looking for a new home.
oh, dude, he is losing. He's losing his mind right now.
Could you
He's
imagine?
losing his mind.
Wow.
How could you not be losing your mind?
Oh man.
That's
That's
it,
like-
it's huge. It's huge.
I mean, that's a game changer, no?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, what happens there?
Yeah, I don't know. Do they try to run all the shows concurrently? Maybe they will. I guess it would depend on their budget and producers
Well,
and everything else.
I don't know how WWE would have a contract with them going forward.
I don't know. Exactly.
It's
there's
us or them.
so
It's not
much
both.
that could happen there.
Right. WWE could jump on a Fox train or
Hell yeah.
ESPN train or I mean, a lot of things could change with all that.
Imagine Dynamite moves to USA, and like Raw moves to Fox. Like, it'd be like, what?
I know, right? Oh, wow. Yeah. Raw's on FX and Dynamite's on USA. It could happen.
Jeez.
Damn.
Or Raw stays where it is, and Tony moves to the Outdoor Channel. Pop.
Or how about this? How about Tony stops stealing $120 from Wild Thing Whitehouse and does something with
Yes.
Ring of Honor
Yes.
Honor Club? How about that?
Motherfucker.
How about, honestly, Whitehouse, you should email them and say you owe me a refund for stealing my money. How about that happen?
And then you could see the world champion, Chris Jericho, and you'll be happy.
Oh, and then what else you could see? You could see the TV champion tagging with who the fuck is he even tagging with? Who is Samoa Joe tagging with on Rampage? He's tagging with
Wardlow.
Yeah, oh, that's
Wardlow.
right. You could see the TV champion tag with Wardlow.
Hmm?
How about that?
That'd be
You
awesome.
guys make my fucking head hurt.
We do.
Bringing this shit up. I don't. No.
Are you gonna watch Rampage?
Yeah. It's for seeing what's going on with Sammy.
Here's the question: should we watch Rampage and do another show?
Maybe we maybe might have to.
When is the here's the thing, since we did all of AEW tonight, when is the next WWE pay-per-view?
It's
Is it Crown Jewel?
no Extreme Rules.
Extreme Rules, yeah. It's like the first week of October, maybe.
Yeah.
All right, so we got to keep an eye on that. We'll break that down.
I mean, there's really, yeah. I mean, I think there's only 2 matches really that are official so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Well, as it comes forward, we'll keep an eye on that. We'll break that down, and we'll keep up with the AEW. You know,
that Matt Riddle and Seth Rollins match is going to be badass, though.
Mm-hmm.
I'm already predicting that one right there.
I got to be honest. Watching Raw, I kind of hated the finish to Lashley and Seth.
Yeah, I thought that was a dick move.
Yeah. I don't think Lashley needed that whole thing. And then he did it again later with there was another match they did a run in not too long after that, if I'm not mistaken. So we and the only reason why I bring it up is we bitch about it with AEW, so we need to bitch about it with WWE as well.
Yeah, but the run in though, during, as much as I didn't like it, it made sense because now we got that match at the pay-per-view.
Right, but then when you do it the second time,
that's the one I didn't get. I didn't get that one. You know, but you know, having Riddle and Rollins in some kind of fighting
did you
or
see
something.
Did you guys see the spot with AJ and Finzi?
Dude, I like that one.
Yes. I thought that was
such a
I didn't think that was too bad.
That was good.
I think you're building to something there with AJ and Finzi there. So
no, I have the Bullet Club.
Yeah. I thought AJ's whole reaction to how Finzi was, I thought was pretty good. So I didn't dislike that. Honestly, I didn't dislike the Dominic with Ray stuff either.
I have more Bullet Club members than Triple H does.
It's just weird.
Hi Tony, great pay-per-view.
I just hate the father-son thing. It's just weird.
Hi Tony. Great show tonight, Tony.
No, you know what's more weird than the father-son thing? The fact that Rhea Ripley is jacked and she wants to dominate.
Little Latino heat.
That's great. I love it.
Kind of
yeah. Little Latino heat.
All right, Whitehouse, final thoughts.
I think, you know, we're a week away from AEW hitting their fourth season starting up, and
hi Tony, great season.
I officially we've been duped. We've been sold a bill of goods. AEW is nothing but a glorified indie wrestling show trying to pretend to be a wrestling promotion. And you know, until Tony Khan changes his ways, that's how I'm going to view AEW, and it's sad because there's a lot of talent there. There's a lot of gals who may feel they've been duped there too, and now they're stuck there. But yeah, I just don't know what to make of that guy, and it's frustrating to see what he's doing with history of these titles, and just pissing on them, and it's just. And it seems some wrestling fans are okay with it, and I just don't understand why.
All right, Hollywood, final thoughts.
My final thoughts are I'm going to look into getting Cool Truth Podcast Productions some press credentials.
Yeah.
Because we need to be at the next press scrum. On a computer. Because you know what? I was thinking about.
No, let's go there live, dude. Let's go.
Hey, if we get credentials, we will. Screw it.
I'll tell you this: if we get credentials, I will pay for the plane tickets.
And I will ask him questions that actually matter. So
I know you will, and I know we will, and I will. I'm telling you right now, if we get credentials, I will pay for the plane tickets.
There you go. So I'm gonna see how we do.
We don't even have to. We could drive to New Jersey. Whitehouse, you could drive to New Jersey.
Hell yeah!
Oh hell yeah!
You drive.
Yeah,
3 hours away. We can all meet up.
The next pay-per-view's in New Jersey. Hollywood, get us press credentials. We're going.
I'm gonna look into it and see what we could do.
Yep.
Because you know you hear all this shit like.
No, we need someone. You are correct, and this is not to be disrespectful. This is not to be combative, but you need someone to stand there and be like, "Hey, this is is not right. What are you doing here? And ask a real question.
Mm-hmm. Because no one does.
Yeah, and then when they do, Swerve tries to answer, and Tony says, "Oh, we'll give him a rematch at Grand Slam." And Swerve gets pissed off. Let's have a real scrum. Let's have a real question.
First serious question we ask him, we're going to get fucking kicked out of that room.
Good.
Probably.
Good.
And if it happens, then we know that it's just all bullshit.
Yep. And then you know what we're going to do? We're going to go on these airwaves and we're going to crush the fuck out of them.
Yep. I'm on it,
you
guys.
know what I'm going to do? At that point, I am going to go to everybody I know in the wrestling business and get them to get us over, which I have not done yet.
No, you have not.
And I know a lot of people. I know a lot of people. And when the time comes, I will do it. But it's not the time yet.
Mm-hmm.
When the time comes, I will do it. And I will make sure they all know that what we're doing. I will not put them in an awkward position. That's all I'm saying. I know a lot of people. So does Whitehouse, by the way.
Yeah, but my big.
I know it's different. I know it's different. I'm not
he's
trying
employed
to
by that employer. Oh boy!
I'm not trying to put you on the spot. I know it's different, but I know people who aren't employed by that employer that can get us a lot of traction, and I've yet to put us in that position yet.
Yeah.
And I'm getting to that point where I think we should.
Maybe we should.
You know what? Let me ask you guys this question. And I'm just being honest right now. And I know, we're critiquing ourselves here. But has anything we've ever said on the show been unfair?
No.
Great. So what's the problem? Why would we suck someone's ass we don't know? For access? I don't care. I'll pay my way to get in the show. I don't care, dude.
Right.
That's why it's called Cool Truth. We do not care. We will pay to go to a show. We will pay to not, or we're not paying. We won't go, or whatever the case may be. Yep. My point being is we're not doing this to be best friends with Tony Khan or whoever, or the Young Bucks, or whoever else. And I would never. I'm not trying to make enemies with the people I do know either. But at the same time, listen.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the wrestling media, and I'm using the air quotes with my fingers, it's not real media. Because none of them ask him. If all these guys that are out there, they should be calling him and asking for a comment from some representative from AEW to say, hey, are you really buying out CM Punk's contract? Can you comment? What are they waiting for? What are all these dirt sheet writers waiting for? Because they're not real journalists.
They're waiting. You know what they're waiting for? They're waiting for another leak. That's what they're waiting for. They're waiting for another leak that may or may not be true.
Bullshit. Go do your job. That's where we step in. We don't even have journalism degrees, but you know what? If I can get some press passes for this fucking podcast, because there's a freaking 8-year-old that has a podcast that's in there.
Dude, here's what you
there's a teenage girl has a podcast. She's got press passes. Give me mine. Give me mine, Tony.
We're going to go to New Jersey. I'll pay for the hotel rooms.
Fuck, dude.
And I will make sure that our show following that gets over. I promise you it will get over. And you get us the press passes. Whitehouse, you show up. I'll pay for the hotel rooms. I don't give a fuck. It's only money. And I will make sure with my contacts that show gets over. And we will upset the wrestling media world.
There you go.
Because they're a bunch of pussies. You all want access and you don't want answers.
Yep.
And you're on, Kenny Omega had a 6-star match. No, that's not what we do on this show. We are a fan show for fans. We react as fans.
That's right. We want answers, not access.
I would love.
I don't give a shit. I'll pay to go to the show. I'll pay to go. I do not want a free ride. What I do want is a a good product. And when you fuck that product up, I want to call you under the carpet and I want a goddamn answer.
That's right.
And that's what my boy Edwards wants, and that's what my boy Whitehouse wants, and that's what we're coming for, baby.
We're coming for it, Tony. I'm going
kick
full
us out of
Uso
your
now.
scrum.
Going full bloodline now.
I want you to kick us out of your scrum.
Kick us out. Or no, don't kick us out.
I want
Just
to
answer the questions that we have. That's all.
Actually, that would be actually. You know what? That would be better. That would honestly be better. Answer a real question, not "Hey Tony, great pay-per-view." Hey Tony, I'm 8 years old and I have a show on YouTube.
Imagine they go, Cool Truth, you're up next. AC, you go, Tony, the show was all right. Degrees of bad, it was like a 4. My question is, imagine the faces you'd get.
Oh God,
the bug eyes would be out.
You know what I will do? I'll be like, I would call Hangman Page out to a fight, but I know he's not here, so it's a waste of my time.
Oh, that would be fun.
Dude, listen. I know the guys I know. You know what I mean? I love them to death, and the girls I know, and everything else. But the rest of them, I don't give a fuck, bro. We pay. We spend our time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they don't owe us anything, but we don't owe you anything either.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the bottom line. Like, I mean, if you want me to say something great about your show on our podcast, I will gladly do that if you give me something to talk about. We've done it many times. Dude, last year at this time, we sucked AEW's dick. We went ballistic. Me, the guy who hates CM Punk, was fucking going, the greatest comeback in the history of wrestling. I was fucking all in with you guys. So don't tell me we're just some negative wrestling podcast or something.
Nope.
That's not the case. I think at the end of the day, no matter whether we have 6 listeners or 50 or 2 or 23 or 107 or 758 or 20,000, it really doesn't matter. Because at the end of the day, what we do on this show is we just tell the truth. We are a fan show that keeps it real. And that's all we are. And that's all we claim to be. So there's no issue. Get us press credentials, though, because I want to ask questions.
I'm on it. It's going to happen.
I'm telling you. What I will promise you this. If we could do like a blood, prick our fingers and do like a blood, what do you call it? I would do it right now.
Ceremony?
Yes. If you get us press credentials, I'll buy the hotel rooms.
Why are we pricking fingers? Because you're Italian? Is that what we're doing there?
No.
It's a promise.
We have to be blood brothers.
Are we made men now?
Shit, man.
I mean, what? I don't know. I just heard that. I don't know.
Oh my God.
Final thoughts.
It's your turn.
We'll keep you guys updated.
Wow.
We'll keep you updated. That's where we're at right now.
Yes.
But our goal right now is to get in on the media scrum in Jersey for Full Gear.
That's the goal.
Yeah.
Yep, that's the goal. We'll see what we can do.
Whitehouse, you got anything else?
It's a badass goal. Hell yeah.
Good.
I'm in.
Hollywood?
All right.
All right. We'll keep you guys informed. Cool Truth Podcast Productions. Good night, everybody.
Nighty night.
Uno, we need 3 passes for Full Gear.
Yep. 3.
Call me
1,
later.
2, 3. Yep.
Uno.
And
3. Dos.
at Cool Truth PT
Trace
on
Uno.
Instagram.
Trace Uno. Trace
Quattro.
Uno.
Oh my God.